Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. In recent years, residents living in a number of Hudson County communities like Hoboken, Jersey City, Weehawken, and West New York have seen an explosion in the number of new buildings going up along the waterfront and in other parts of the municipalities. But now developers are setting their sights on Bayonne. With more than its fair share of waterfront property and easy access to the highways and light rail, it appears to be ripe for the picking. Sherry Karabin has the details. Sherry.
Thank you, Larry. When it comes to development, the city of Bayonne is one of the few places in Hudson County that hasn't seen much of it. But city officials say that's all about to change as plans are in the works for both residential and commercial projects. It's been about 15 years since the Army turned over the former military ocean terminal in Bayonne to the local redevelopment authority for a price of just $1. But shortly after the first residential complex went up, city officials became embroiled in litigation, and development came to a screeching halt. Now the lawsuits are resolved, paving the way for several developers to put up everything from residential units to retail and offices, and even a hotel to draw in revenue from tourists setting sail from Cape Liberty Cruise Port.
As we can encourage these developments to occur, that land becomes taxable. Then when they build on it, that is a new taxable structure. It's a new entity that gets taxed. So all that is a new rateable, which takes us out of our dark ages of being in the financial hole.
Bayonne's business administrator says the hope is to use the added revenue from new developments to one day free residents from tax increases. Plans are also underway to improve city parks. The revitalization not only affects the former military ocean terminal, officials are also targeting various sections of Broadway, the city's 2.5-mile commercial district.
With the downturn in economy, a lot of businesses left, and malls and everything I've heard are Broadway. We just have a lot of empty lots that have become an eyesore and, quite honestly, are not, aesthetically pleasing or, or bringing people here.
Among the projects the city has already begun, Barnabas Health at Bayonne. The 3-story outpatient facility located on Broadway between 23rd and 24th Streets is expected to be completed in the summer of 2017. It will include a 24/7 satellite emergency center, radiology, primary care offices, and other medical services. It will also provide over 300 parking spaces.
A block away is another development that is ongoing, or that just got site plan approval. They're anticipated to start construction in August of 2017. That'll be 140 market rate residential units, about 138.
That's far from the end of the story. Other projects planned for Broadway include a mixed-use structure at 46th Street, where this hardware store is located.
Quite a few of the developments are residential developments with some commercial, but primarily residential. And the fact that they're taking place on or near Broadway is going to be bringing shoppers and shoppers with income onto the avenue itself.
At the southwest end of the city, the former Texaco site has been cleaned up and will become the Promenade at Bayonne. Located in the shadow of the Bayonne Bridge, this project will go up in several phases, with the goal of creating parks, a marina center, condominiums, market rate rentals, and much more. While there are a number of reasons developers are attracted to Bayonne, including easy access to the turnpike and the light rail, tax abatements are being used to lure them in. The use of abatements is upsetting a number of residents, even those who say they support change.
Bayonne's a place where you want to bring your family and raise your family. And so some of the more important things are education. So when we're incentivizing people, we're taking money from education and we're hurting the educational system. So we're putting ourselves at a disadvantage.
Other residents, like this woman, say officials are moving in the wrong direction, with all the building threatening the character of the community.
There's been a lot of development with high-rise buildings in residential neighborhoods. I am totally against that. They have like 20 stories. They're blocking people's views. They're putting parking garages right on top of people's homes.
But the business administrator says residents can rest easy. Officials have no plans to turn Bayonne into a high-rise city.
The backbone of Bayonne will and always be its 1- and 2-family homes. It's houses that have been built pre-war, post, Eisenhower era, that sit, from Broadway to Avenue A.
This is Sherry Karabin reporting for Jersey Matters.
All right, thank you, Sherry. This month you're going to hear a whole lot more about organ donations. We'll explain why when Jersey Matters continues.